Hey guys, this is Crow here from Crow Archery and Motorcycle Adventures, and this is my presentation of step one of how to escape your prison in the MRT program. So, the part of step one is basically talking about disloyalty and how your lack of honesty in life, and it consists of two things. It consists of this pyramid right here, which is in the regular book, but I decided that I'm going to leave that book blank and I'm going to do all of my work on paper. The second part of step one is a testimony covering 10 things, or that you have to cover 10 things within 5 to 15 minutes. Well, the thing about that is the rules of MRT have actually changed to where you have to cover in a testimony, as long as you cover, I want to say it's 8 out of the 10 things, then it is considered passing. So, but the thing is, there is one of the things in there that is a little different for me nowadays. It has to do with the lack of control over drugs or substances and stuff like that. I don't do drugs anymore. I used to. I really did. Nowadays, I don't. Unless you consider things like caffeine and nicotine and stuff like that, which technically, yes, they are drugs, but that book is specifically talking about illegal substances. So if I miss that one, then keep that in mind. All right, so disclaimer. As I stated in the video I uploaded before this one, it actually isn't related to this MRT program. Okay. I understand that with what I'm about to show you, that if you decide that you want to unsub from this channel, I completely understand. Okay? But I do hope that you'll give me a little bit of understanding. And once we get to it, because a part of it is on this pyramid here, the rest of it will be in my, well, no, I don't know if it'll be in my testimony or not, but I think I might make a separate video about that once we go through and talk about, like, I'll talk a little bit about it here, but all right, well, whatever, let's go ahead and go. So this is my little pyramid with all of my terrible stick drawings. Okay. So I went back and I reviewed the video for, when I was showing it in the book. And on my screen, when I'm looking at it, it's reversed. But whenever the video is published, it actually shows it in, the correct frame. So at the top, it wants you to draw a picture of your current life, how you feel in your current life. And I don't know if you can see it. I'll hold it closer. But up here, it is a division in half, where on one half there's a happy face with the sun high in the sky and everything is great, and then over here in this half it is a lake of fire and rain clouds and a sad face. So that's how I feel in my current life. All right, so on this side, which is the left-hand side, it's talking about things that are actually happening or have actually happened. And here we go. Within the past year, I refer to her all the time as my ex-wife. We're still legally married and have been for several years. And it's not because of, like seeing each other on the side or talking to each other on the side. It's really for two things. One, I talked about this in a video. Once you have that piece of paper in front of you, that's when it becomes real, and it triggers that abandonment. And I do want that divorce. I do. I truly do. A lot of it has to do with, when I got out, I had nothing. And then, we tried again, and I started getting stuff, and then she ended up taking half of it with her when she left. And I've spent all this time reaccumulating everything, and a lot of me is scared that she's going to end up trying to take all of that too, again. Even though she already took everything from me to begin with. So, it's a picture of a girl holding a divorce decree, yapping, with a little stick figure running away. Which, yeah. Okay, so 5 years ago, there's a little stick figure behind some bars, prison, obviously. And then 10 years ago, it's a little stick figure with a picture of, some alcohol and drugs and party music and doing dumb things and stuff. And then 20 years ago, it's a picture of a kid, looking down at the ground, being all sad, and while everybody else is sitting around basically exiling him because, he didn't see things the same way. All right, so on the right side of the pyramid are things that, could have happened, in progression. So at the bottom, 20 years ago, I could have been a little bit more open. I could have been more accepting of basically other people's beliefs and them seeing things different. 10 years ago, instead of like partying and doing a bunch of dumb things, I could have been, like in this picture, it's a little stick figure and he's climbing the stairs to reach the trophy. I could have been going towards success. Late bloomer, but whatever. All right, 5 years ago, Mark, it's this dude riding this motorcycle, which was my signification of freedom instead of prison. And then a year ago, it's a picture of a man and a woman at some podiums and like a split down the center to signify divorce and, getting it over and done with. And that's the 0.1% that I've been hiding for all of this time. And I think that is why the things in my life that have been meant for me or that I wanted were automatically repelled. And to be honest, it's my own fault. I've spent so much time running away from what it is that I have to accomplish in order to get what it was that I wanted. And the truth is, it would be unfair. Because at that point, I can't give everything that's that people deserve. And that's why in a video previously I had talked about how I think whatever it is that's trying to get my attention or whoever's trying to get my attention, why I keep saying that I have a lot of work to do. Because trust and believe that I want that. But I have to put in the work in order to get it. All right, so moving on. We'll go into the testimony. So the lack of honesty in my life. To be honest, it's affected absolutely everything. I originally started this YouTube channel to get my mind off of everything that was going on. And then I ended up basically being semi-misleading. That's not to say that everything that, I've talked about and gone through my experiences, that's not to say that that's not true, because it is, but the 0.1% still remains. And until it was able to be brought out into the open, I am not being genuinely authentic. And that is a part of what's leading me to doing this. Okay. And it led to a betrayal of others, and that lack of honesty in my life has affected everyone. It's affected my friends, my family, employers, literally absolutely every single thing and every single person. Because I created things based on a lie. And I don't want to do that. The effects that, my crimes in life have had on me, my family, and others and stuff like that, it's caused a lot of turmoil. It's caused a lot of things. It's caused a lot of loss as far as things that are out there in my life that I need and that I want to achieve and get and create a family, or even if that's no kids. I don't care if I end up having kids or not. That's not, if I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. That it's whatever. As far as like a lack of control on drugs, nowadays, I don't really have a problem with drugs or alcohol or anything like that. I try to stay away from that. I do drink every once in a while, but not to a point where I'm doing dumb things. Let's see, I'm trying to think of some of the other things like oh yeah, my commitment to change. So the commitment to change that I have is from now on to not hold back the 0.1%, which I'll go ahead and I'll make another video explaining more about that and everything. Like I said, it doesn't have anything to do with that I don't want that. It has to do with triggering something within me. And to be honest, I'm scared to death of, losing everything that I've worked by myself so hard to achieve and get, and the place in my life to put where I put myself. Oh yeah, the big one for me is the thing of seeking pleasure to avoid pain. Come on, look at me. Look at me. Look at my freaking tattoos all over my body. I mean, I've been asked to do a video about what my tats mean and stuff. I'll do that, but look at that. What about driving fast cars and riding my motorcycle with no helmet and not being afraid to die because of it? Like, obviously, I feel like that's self-explanatory. But, like I said, I'm so tired of denying what is meant for me because I've refused to face what it is that I'm most scared of, and that is abandonment. But the problem is that I ended up abandoning myself in the process. I did. But that ends. I'm going to go get that divorce. I'm going to pay for it. And if I have to fight tooth and nail to where I'm able to keep everything that I've rightfully earned over the past several years that we've been separated, like I said, everything that I've talked about as far as the experiences I've had with her and stuff like that, that is all 100% true. But I'm tired of that 0.1% that is holding back everything that I want. And that's nobody's responsibility but my own. Period. Either way, that's the testimony. I love you guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Hit the bell notification if you like today's message. Oh yeah, also there was one thing I forgot to talk about. I forgot to talk about the effects on my health. The effects on my health, honestly. Actually, no, I'll take that back. I did cover that. The effects on my health, the health of my heart and my soul, of denying what was meant for me to come in. Again,